a storm of problems coming your way. I'm not going to get on this video and open my mouth and tell you all the different things that's coming. All I can do is warn you. One of the reasons why I'm not going to do that, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but I will send information about three top leaders in a crypto company all died within weeks of each other. Other people were being censored and shut off and all these different things for opening up their mouth. I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm in the business of helping people to find an escape from some of the things that's possibly coming our way and some things that are definitely coming our way. So here's the deal. I want to be honest with some of you guys, and I know you're not going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to step on your toes today. A lot of you guys want to be traders in the markets. You want to do all these different things, but you dibble and dab in a little bit of everything. You know, you're doing a little bit of this, you're doing a little bit of network marketing, you're doing a little bit of that. Then you want to start, and you have to focus because your family may have to depend on your decisions because there may not be a backup option in the future. Things are going to get so bad until some of the decisions you make today will affect the lifestyle and living circumstances of what your family is going to be able to do in the future. I just got information, and now there's another person confirming it who I highly trust as a resource, that in one particular country, now the banks are limiting how much they can even take out of their accounts. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Things are about to get really, really tough. Okay, you have some of you guys have no idea. You just think that it's just this, that, and the other. No, it's going to get bad if things don't correct themselves soon. So the truth of the matter is, if you're going to trade in the markets, take your trading serious. I'll give you an example why I'm saying this. Okay, I had did a class about 2 weeks ago with my students, and I asked a simple question to force people to really look at and examine themselves as to why you get some people who have very good trading results while you have others who do not. Is it a trading system? Is it a strategy issue? Is it a personality? Is it about your race, your color, your hairstyle? What is it all about? Well, I asked a simple question to a group, and we did a semi-survey in the group during class. And I said, how many of you guys have stuck to your Sunday strategy? You've been looking at the charts all weekend long, marking up your charts all weekend long. Hey, Derek, what's up, everybody, by the way? Good morning. You've been marking up your charts. You've been studying. And the moment the market opens, your strategy goes right out the window. You don't stick to it. If you were to be very honest and be able to deal with yourself with integrity, ask yourself this simple question. Have you been trading any particular strategy or trading system consistently for a week and then documenting every trade so you can see what were the pros, what were the cons, what was the tweaks that you may need to make, anything? Have you ever even documented your trades? Have you kept a journal of the trades you took? No? Okay. Have you been consistent with a strategy? Or are you one of those people who will take a trade, one or two trades, and if you don't like the way it turned out, you off to the next trading system, you off to the next strategy. You spend all weekend long searching and scouring the internet for the hottest new strategy in the market. Then you test that for two trades, and then you're off to the next one. Are you a consistent person or not? Because see, if you're not, I find that people tend to be who they are, and not just in one area of their life, but in all of them. And if you're inconsistent in certain parts of your life, you're inconsistent, you're procrastinating, you're this and that, that carries over into your trading career because you dibble and dab, you're not consistent, and then you get mad saying, oh, this don't work. No, you don't work. And as a result, when bombshells of stuff comes and starts to happen, your family may suffer because of the choices you're making today. You're not taking anything serious. You're not consistent. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Look, and I told you may not like this video, but it's going to help you because I would prefer, and I know I'm a business owner, and what I'm about to say shouldn't be said because it's not good for business, but I'm going to tell you the truth. If you're not going to be serious, then don't even worry about trading Forex. Stay away from it because it's a zero-sum game. It rewards those who are consistent. I'm going to repeat what I said. The markets reward those who are consistent. So you're trying to win all these trades, but that's not how the market works, because the market can change its attitude here or there. For an example, put this on your notes. This week is going to be a doozy. I will repeat. This week is going to be a doozy. Why? Here's the reason why. I've seen other news events that's coming out, but I can't even remember them, because the only one that's staring me smack dab in the face is going to be when the Feds make their interest rate announcement this week. This is going to be huge. You know why? Because a lot of people were expecting the Santa Claus rally, but it really ain't rallying. You hear what I'm saying? It really ain't rallying in the markets, right? Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Don't go nowhere. My wife is texting me. Give me a second. She comes first, by the way. That's another thing y'all need to do. Stop putting your family on the back burner. Your family comes first, because you say you're doing this for them, then don't keep putting them on the back burner. Some of you guys this whole weekend, a matter of fact, if I would be true, and I'm gonna get back to my point. If I was to be honest with some of you guys, you spend more time on them charts than you do with your significant other and your kids. And that needs to stop immediately. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't stop that, you're going to lose them while you're losing trades, because you're inconsistent in the market, but then you're neglecting them at the same time. That's a setup for a disaster in your life. I told you this, I'm your uncle, okay? You don't have to like me, but somebody needs to step on your toes and tell you the TRUTH, because some of you guys, you're coming in with false expectations. You don't listen, you hard-headed, you stubborn, you neglectful of your family, and then think you're going to buy a Lamborghini and have Uncle P's lifestyle tomorrow. You're wrong. You're wrong. Now let's get back to my point. My point is that this week, a lot of people were expecting a Santa Claus rally, but it's not going to be a Santa Claus rally. Why? Because what's going on is inflation has taken completely over the scene. So the normal way the markets would move during the holiday seasons with the Santa Claus rally, you can expect this and that. I told you the markets have the ability to change their attitudes. Are you understanding what I'm saying? This is one of them. I don't even know what to expect, because a lot of people out there, they started buying up the market, which if you trade the US 30 with Miss Jenny or anything, sometimes you see the market rallying back up because they thinking, oh, it's going to be the Santa Claus rally. We think that the Feds have raised interest rates more than enough. And so chances are they're probably going to leave them alone. My goodness, you may be a fool. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Why? Because inflation is still roaring like a fire. What they did was, and I'm just saying this, and I'm a step in, and I'm keeping it, because I ain't trying to die early. That's why I say a lot of stuff I would love to tell you guys, but they killing off people. People are disappearing for saying and opening their mouth. So I ain't saying, or they're shutting down their channels and this and that. Okay, I ain't trying to be that person, because that's not really what my goal is. I'm just warning you guys that bad stuff is on its way. So. One of the things that happens is they made gas prices, and this is just my opinion, don't shut me down. I just noticed that during the political season, all of a sudden there was conversation about, oh, maybe we can now get the interest rate stable. Political season. Oh, your gas prices suddenly went down. Political season. Inflation seems to, oh, I think it's been tamed. Oh my goodness. Political season, because they just had what? Elections. Are you hearing what I'm saying, you guys? Are you hearing what I'm saying? So therefore, all of a sudden, all this problems that have been going on magically disappears during political season. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So then you saw the market rally and thinking, oh my goodness, things are back to normal. Okay. Politics is over, baby. It's over. So here's the truth. Whether they will leave the interest rates alone this week just to let you finish off the year happily, or whether they're going to jack them things back up, because word on the financial street where the big money is that they're not done raising them interest rates. And if that is the case, and they surprise everybody at the end of the year by raising interest rates, oh, you're going to see these currencies, oh, they're going to be popping like popcorn. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? So the truth of the matter is, you cannot control the markets. But what you can control is your consistency. What do I mean by consistency? Great question, Uncle P. What do you mean by this freaking inconsistency stuff? Okay, here's what I mean, sir. What I mean is you show up to the charts at the time you're supposed to show up. And my students, you already know, we are working within small windows of time. We don't spend all day on the charts because it's not good for your business. And trading is a business. It's not good for business for you to be on them charts all the time, because what you're going to do, and like the rest of the retail traders who spend all day on them charts, what they do, they may win some trades, but then because they didn't get their butt up, they give the money back to the markets. And they're in and out, in and out, in and out. At the end of the week, what happens? You're emotionally exhausted from holding all them trades and waiting to see the results. You won some, you lose some, and then you're completely tired, emotionally flat, because you didn't get up from the table when you was following the rules. Then you said, well, if that worked, I can make some more. Let me go find another pair. Well, let me just get on a lower time frame. Let me go to, and there you go, back to your inconsistent ways, and you're not making money. You're missing out on family events. You're frustrated. You're kicking the dog, cussing out the cat, huh? The fish tank, you want to grab the fish and throw it into the fish fry just to have something to eat on, because now you're emotionally eating. All these bad things are happening to you because you're inconsistent. You're inconsistent. Come on now. I told you you may not like this, but it's the TRUTH. And this is why I said, and I'm being honest with you, I would prefer that you do not enter into any kind of trading markets at all, whether it's with me or anybody, if this is not going to be something that's going to cause you to learn how to be consistent. You want to know what the top traders in the market are actually doing? You think that you are the only one who lose trades? No. Everybody does. Everybody. Millionaire traders to retail traders, institutions to bankers. Nobody wins 100%. Nobody. But you know what separates you from them? Consistency. And when you say, well, Uncle P, what do you mean by consistency? Number one, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to think about it. When you place these trades over this last week, because some of you guys who I'm talking to now, there's a few people on, hey, thank you guys. And there's going to be a lot of people who's going to watch this video later. I'm going to ask you some truthful questions. And what I like about this is because it's going to cause you to search your own soul. So you're not sitting in this office with me where you can sit here and debate with me. You can't debate with me because I'm just going to ask the questions, but your soul has to give the answer to you. And then you can argue with your own soul, but you know the truth because your bank account and your trading account reflects it. Number one. Oh, God, this is so good. Let me ask you this, sir, ma'am. You said that you was going to work on risk management, which is the number one thing you can do in this business to be able to last. Number one. It's risk management. What does the average retail trader do? Well, let me start with the average institutional trader. Because some of you guys want to go with these prop firms. Guess what their number one thing they keep saying to you? You can't break the protocol of risk management. If you do this, as far as over leveraging, if you lose more than this, you're done with us. Isn't that what they say? Amen, somebody? Ain't that what they say? They ain't even talking about how many trades you won. What are they first talking about? Your winning percentage? No, your risk management. You are not allowed to lose more than this. If you do, we're going to cut you off. Come on now, this is the TRUTH. Now, if the prop firms, that you're trying to get with these funded accounts are telling you that you are not allowed to lose more than, come on, thank y'all for Kelvin and Derek. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sharing. I know I ain't crazy. These prop firms, they don't care about how many trades you won. They want to make sure you ain't risking too much of their money. See? So if they're concerned about this and you trying to get with a funded account prop firm and you can't do this on your own account, why in the HE double hockey sticks are you trying to go to a prop firm when you ain't even got this under control on your demo account? Are you hearing what I'm saying, loved one? Oh, Uncle P, you getting in trouble today. You getting in trouble today. See, you want to make a lot of money, but you don't want to follow rules because you like being inconsistent. You want to do your own thing, but you can't make it in a world that is controlled by rules and regulations, tight rules, tight windows of time when we trade, tight types of trades that we take. Also, the risk management, you cannot go past this amount on your account or else you're going to blow it. You said, okay, Uncle P, I'm going to risk 1 to 2% on my account. But then when you get that $100 account and you actually want to trade, you're like, this ain't no money. I need to go up, and you bumped it up to 10%. And you got away maybe with a trade or two. And you're like, okay, with 10%, well, let me go up to 20%. And all it took for the 2% trade that won and the 10% trade that won and that second 10% trade that won, you bumped it up to 20%, lost that trade, which means all of these trades, remember the 2%, the 10%, and the second 10%, guess what? That 120% trade knocked you back down till you only got 2% win on your account. Now you're frustrated, you're feeling some kind of way, and now you're going to 25% because now you got to really make some money. So you bump it up to 20, 25%, 30% on the trade. And for a lot of retail traders, you go 50%, tell the TRUTH, you win 50% on one trade, and you blew half your account. Now you're really feeling some kind of way. See, what was the problem? You were doing good when it was at 2%. But you didn't have the patience to wait to let it compound over time and consistency. Why? Because you're looking at how much you made, not the percentage. Watch this. Not the winning percentage, but how much financially you made. And they're completely different things. If you're going to watch how much you make, then it's hard for you to keep track of your winning percentage because the winning percentage has a reflection of how consistent you were over time. But if you're watching the money, then you get thrown off because you're like, well, I got a bill for $80, but I just made a trade and that was cool. Well, my $100 account, but I only made $5. Man, this is going to take forever. And there you go. Off track. Not realizing if you can flip a $100 account consistently doing the right things over and over and over again, some days are going to be good days in the market. This is why I'm telling you, the market ain't the problem. It's you. The strategy ain't the problem. It's you. Because the problem is some days the markets are going to be butter smooth, just smooth as butter. But then like this week where the Feds are going to be making an announcement, it's going to be a turbulent week sometimes. And when that turbulent week comes along, therefore, if you lose a trade, you flip the script and get away from what was working. And now you think, oh, I got to do something new. No, you don't. It's two people involved in this trading career. It's you and the markets. The markets are schizophrenic. Some days they are perfectly fine, and other days they're wigging out on you. So out of the two who's involved in this trading career called you and the markets, one of y'all got to be stable. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Like, oh, God, they don't want to hear this, Jesus. I should have went on to the store with my wife and I shouldn't be doing this. They ain't gonna like me, Jesus. But oh, you said to keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going. Here's the truth. Both of y'all schizophrenic. That's why your trading career ain't working. The markets keep flipping and flopping. One day it's nice. Next week it's flipping and flopping. And so are you. One day you consistently doing this 2% risk when following the rules of the trading system. Next week you're doing something else. Oh, let me rephrase that because you don't even last a week being consistent. I forgot who I'm talking to. Talking to a person who never writes down their trades. They don't like even listening to the tutorials. They don't want to look at the rules or the regulations of how to use a trading system. As soon as they get a trading system, they add 30 more indicators onto it because they think, well, I'm going to add this and then I'm going to make it a gumbo pot. I know they say I only need to do this, but see, I'm going to add this and I'm going to add the TDI and I'm going to add the Don't You Know channels and there you go with your inconsistent self. You just as schizo as that market. Jesus, this is a good video. Oh, Lord, you just as crazy as the markets. And when you look at professional institutions, if I was to ask you a question, do you think, watch this, do you think that the markets are crazy? Yes. Do you think that the banks and institution and professional traders have a consistent trading plan no matter what the markets do? What do you think? You want to be a professional trader. Then start looking at what professional traders do. Do they flip the script and they trade their plans up as soon as the markets start tripping out? Or do they take their losses on the chin and come back next week when the noise of the market is over and they consistently keep coming back? Do they change their 2 to 3% risk on their trades just because they feel in some kind of way? I think this is going to be the big one. I think I'm going to make a lot of money on this trade. Oh, let me go. And do you think they go hard in the paint and say, well, I normally trade just 2%, but this week I'm going to put 50% on my trade? Do you think that professional traders, banks, and institutions do any of that? Do you think? See, you can argue. You don't have to like me, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Do you think they do that? Or do you think good, bad, perfect setup, not so perfect setup, they're looking for specific things and they're putting a specific amount of risk on the trade, and hell or high water, it is what it is. And if it wins, they made a lot of money. If it doesn't, they move on to the next trade. They're very mechanical and consistent in the way that they trade. How about you, loved one? How about you? Are you consistent? Do you stick to the rules, even for a week? Or are you constant in and out? And then you're talking about, oh, I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to make this good. You're not. Because honest to God, let me say this. Let me get up out of here before somebody try to. People don't like when you tell the truth. They cuss you out, call you a scammer. You people been saying that about me. Oh, don't listen to him and this and that. And where are they now? And here I am, consistent, still here, encourage you to do the right thing. So you can't tear me down. Only I can do that to myself. I will repeat that. You cannot tear me down. I can only do that myself. When I stop believing in me, then it's over. So I don't care about people saying this and that about me. They don't like that I step on toes. They don't like that I tell the truth. They don't like that I'm going to get up in your face. I'm Uncle P, your coach. I'm not your friend. I am not your friend. I'm your coach. And as a coach is supposed to tell you where your flaws are so you can work on them and get better. And I cannot coach you if you're not going to be consistent. If every week you come in with a new idea, new strategy, you subscribe to 50 different people on YouTube, and every week everybody posting something completely different. You don't know what to believe. And yet you're dibbling and dabbling, trying to try all of them at the same time. And oh God, did I not say this? And you're doing it not on a demo account like you should, just to test it out to see if it actually worked. What are you doing? You're doing it on a live account. You don't even have the patience to wait to do it on a real demo account to test and see. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me say this in closing. Let me just close this video. I said enough. I have a lot more I want to say to you guys. Students, come to class on Tuesday. We'll talk more. I'm saying this and I'm stepping on your toes for a specific reason, not because I'm just trying to slap you in your face, but I really am trying to do this out of love because I'm trying to warn you guys. There is some hellish things possibly on their way that, oh my God. Some of you guys lost a lot of money in 2008, 2009 when the real estate market collapsed, and other things have happened and you lost money. But just imagine a storm where all markets around the globe are collapsing and you have a global recession and you have a global situation. For an example, let me give y'all this. I'll just throw this out and I'm going to leave it alone. And I'll say some positive things and then I'll let y'all go. Let me say this. Riddle me this. For some of you guys, have you not noticed that when you go to your local grocery stores and Walmarts, there are certain sections of food that is empty? I'll give you a fine example. I went to the local Walmart. I love their hash browns, the little frozen hash brown patty things. Like before class, that's what my wife makes me sometimes, just to have me have something on my stomach. I love them little hash brown things. Do you know the whole section was completely empty? Not just the hash browns, but the whole section of all them groceries that go in that area for breakfast. It was empty. Hmm? Hmm? In certain countries, they are now limiting how much their customers can take out of their own bank account. It has begun. I've been warning y'all, it has begun. See, y'all here in the US, we spoil. They doing stuff, but it ain't as fast of a pace to where they can get away with it because they know here the people will go off because we're democratic, right? And we'll do protests and we do all this stuff, especially during election season, which just passed. They know they can't get away with some of this stuff that's going on that they get away with other countries. But in other countries, they don't have all these rules and regulations and democratic process. So therefore, the process of the things that's coming our way has already started much more faster in some of these other countries. But it is coming our way. And if you're not going to be consistent in what you're putting your hand to do, then don't ask God to bless it. And that's the honest to God truth. And I don't care if you want to start a cupcake business. I don't care if you want to start a tire business or whether you want to be in Forex. Whatever you decide to do, take it serious and be consistent, or don't do it at all, because all you're doing is burning through your family's budget. That money could have went to Disney World for the kids. Rather than you every week throwing money away. Because you're hard-headed and stubborn and you don't want to listen. You're inconsistent. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. Don't take the time to study what you're getting involved with. I'm trying to think of that term. I have a friend, a nice guy. His name is Mark, business guy. And there's a term that he used, and I can't think of it. But the term, I know what it means, but it eludes me at the moment what the term, there's a certain word, and it's going to stalk me, and I probably have to text him because it's going to bother me all day that I can't remember the word. But here's what the word meant. I'll tell you what it means. It means for his employees of his company, he wanted them to not just service their client base, but to get completely immersed in learning the business as a whole. Because once you begin to learn it, then you're more passionate about the job you do. Some of you guys, you're doing this in Forex. That's why you're not having consistent wins, because watch this. Oh my God. Let me flip it a different way, because some of y'all, you're going to get lost with that. Let me give it to you like this. Watch this. Watch this. Some of you guys, if I tell you that, hey, I got a trading system that can give you at least a 75, 80% win rate, would you not be happy? And in my students, in my class, I teach this a lot. If I told you you have a 75 to 80% win rate, would you be happy? The answer is most of the people, oh my God, yes, yes, Jesus, yes, Jesus, praise God. 80%, 75% win rate, yes, Jesus. But here's what you missed. If I tell you that it has an 80% win rate, what am I also not telling you, but you need to consider? What you need to consider is that it has a what? 20% loss rate. Oh, wait a minute, Uncle P. See, if I start advertising, say, hey guys, I got a hot trading system. It only has a 20% loss rate. How many people would be attracted to that? Probably none. Why? Because the word loss is in there. But see, if I say, hey, it has an 80% win rate. Oh, praise the Lord. Yes, Jesus. Yes, 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 praise God. 80% win. Where do I sign up, Uncle P? Where do I sign up? 80%. But the problem is there's going to be 20% losses in there. And you said, wait a minute now. I don't like that word loss. But I said 80% win rate. See, 80 plus 20 equals 100. So if I'm telling you it has an 80% win rate, what happened to the other 20? Oh my. I didn't think of that, Uncle P. But it still has an 80% win rate, right? Yeah, it has an 80% win rate. But brother, you're going to have to pay that tax on that 20% because 20% ain't going to work out. So here's the problem with you. Woo, Jesus, I'm going to step on your toes and I'm really going to quit after this because somebody's going to cuss me out. This is an example of you. 80% win rate is what you purchase. 20% loss rate is going to come with it. Because if 80% ain't 100, so what happened to the other 20? It's 20% of those trades, which is a small percentage, ain't going to work out. Here's the problem with it. Oh, they ain't gonna like this one, Jesus. Here's the problem. Which trade is going to be of the 20% and which trade is going to be the 80%? I will repeat the question. Which trade is going to be the 80% and which trade is going to be the 20%? You say, that's a good question, Uncle P. I don't know. That's exactly right. That's the whole point why you got to be consistent. Because, see, you could lose the first trade, but the next three could have been the winners. See, the markets don't tell you which one is going to be the winner or the loser. This is why the institutions, the banks, and professional traders come out on top and you don't. Because they stick in there because they know it has a winning percentage. Every trade ain't going to be a winner. You know that when you get involved with Forex, whether it's with my trading system, some strategy you found on YouTube or whatever, it's the same thing. Problem is you don't stick to nothing long enough. Soon as you lose 1 or 2 trades, you're already off to the next one. I told you I'm going to step on your toes and slap you in your face. Because this is the truth. Your inconsistency, you didn't stick around to see what was happening. And by the way, you want a bonus? I'm going to help you right now. And I've been teaching this to my students, and I done warned y'all up in here too. You want to reduce that 20% loss rate right off the top? Stop trading on Sundays. I will repeat, retail trader, stop trading on Sundays. Stop. Most banks and institutions don't even trade on a Sunday. They let the weekend carry. Let me kind of explain this to you guys, and then I'll let you go. Let me explain the motions of the market. Right now, as we speak, most of us cannot trade. Even if you wanted to, you cannot trade at this moment. And you couldn't trade yesterday. And you couldn't trade after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Why? Because even though the market is still moving, the Forex market is a 24-hour market. That's not a lie. It does move 24 hours a day. The problem is your broker ain't open 24 hours a day. So the typical broker shuts down on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the Forex market and news events and stuff that's going on in the world that causes impacts on the markets is still going. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now by the time the market opens up on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the market, watch this very, very carefully. I bet you nobody ever taught you this. And this is why you need to join Super Easy for the education, not just for the trading system, but this education, because this is just a nugget of some of the small stuff I teach, because I know the retail trader don't know this. You want to know why you're losing so often on Sunday? Watch this. And this is going to all make sense to you. Watch this, inconsistent trader. Watch this. So the Forex broker shut down at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means you can no longer take trades that reacts to what is going on after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So you got Friday, you got Saturday, you got Sunday up until 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, right? Watch this. Now, when the market opens up on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, the banks and institutions, the big money players, are they in the market? No. Retail traders are. So the market is schizophrenic right off the top. But then furthermore, when the banks actually do open, which bank actually opened? The Australian market. Is the Australian market the biggest market in Forex? No. No. So you got the Australian markets and the retail traders. Then shortly after that, then the Japanese market, the Asian market opens. Is the Asian market the biggest market? No. So who do you have fooling around in the markets? The Australian market, Sydney session, New Zealand, Australia. You have the JPY up in there and the Swiss. They're open. But are they the biggest players in the market to really make it move? No. That's the reason why the Asian market and the Sydney session don't move a lot, because they're not the biggest players. What happens after that? Now you got the bigger dog coming in, which is who? Some of y'all think it's the London market. No. There's another market that opens up before London. It's called the Frankfurt market. When Frankfurt opened, now you're getting a little bit bigger into the games of who's coming into the markets, and they get to react. Then after that, who happens after that? London. Now the big kahunas are coming in, and they're reacting to all the noise and the stuff that happened over the weekend. This is why most retail traders are losing, because you're jumping in because you're too hasty to get into a trade. And meanwhile, these banks and institutions who really pushed the market where they needed to go, they ain't got involved yet, but you are. Because you don't know how to wait until the dust settles. Now, we got the Australian markets. We have the Japanese markets. We have the Frankfurt markets. We have London open. Who ain't opened yet to react to the market yet? Huh? The US. When do the US actually opens to get their chance to react to all the news events, the London markets noise, the Frankfurt markets noise, and the Japanese markets noise, and the Australian markets noise? When do US get involved? Monday morning. Monday morning. Can you now kind of understand why it is stupid for the average retail trader who don't have experience to keep jumping their butts in on the market? Oh, the market finna open in just a few hours. Oh, yeah. And your account is constantly being blown before Monday even gets here. Do you now understand? Do you now understand why you need to get some education? You keep looking for a strategy and you keep wondering why your strategies ain't working. It's because you're applying a strategy at the wrong time. God, this is so helpful. I should have took, Lord, if you're going to have me getting burned by some of these people who don't like me for this, I should be taking the offering, because I'm helping a lot of people not to lose money up in here. Because I'm teaching things that you can scour the internet. I guarantee. I would love for, I'm going to give a challenge, matter of fact. Y'all want to bless me? Here, I'm going to give you, I did you a favor. You do me a favor. If you find anybody who's talking about any of this stuff I'm sharing, send me a link to their video, because I want to tell them thank you for them being kind enough to share with the retail trader the truth of how these markets are really moving. If you can find anybody besides me doing it, send me an email with the link to superezforex@gmail.com. Please do that, because I've been on the internet for years, subscribed to tons of channels, and nobody ever said that. They all talk about strategies and this and that, but they don't say nothing about this, which by the time, watch this. Oh God, this is going to hit you with a good Lord split you. Watch this. This is why, and I've taught my students, I don't spend a lot of time oh God, I'm helping people. This is why I no longer waste my time marking up charts on the weekend. Oh, I'm really getting in trouble now, Jesus. I don't waste my time marking up charts on the weekend, because by the time the Sunday market opens and all these different banks and institutions react, it tears up all the markings that I typically had done on the weekend, which took me hours out of my life, only for the markets to open and completely do something crazy. Am I the only one this happened to, or has it happened to you? And therefore, you marked up your charts just like the person said in the video. You marked them up, you put your trend lines, you put your moving averages, you did all this, and you said, okay, I'm expecting the market to do. And it doesn't happen that way. When? Mainly on Sunday going into Monday. Now you know why. And you wasted your whole weekend marking up charts and studying something that wasn't going to work until the markets had settled out. Problem is that every person who gives you a trading system, they never mention anything about this. And so by the time Tuesday or Wednesday come around, your account is already flat. You're already broke. Because you had a good strategy, but you applied it at the wrong time. And they didn't tell you about this. I'm attached and connected to some of the best traders in the world. And the truth of the matter is they have some phenomenal trading systems, but they don't even mention this. So when people even get their trading systems, it's the same problem. And you say, well, this stuff doesn't work. And you're right, if you put it at the wrong time. Are you hearing what I'm saying, loved one? If you apply the strategy, I'll give you this example, I'm gone. I feel like this is church. I should have took an offering. When my wife's sister passed away, and she was grieving and crying, that was not the time for me to walk in and say, baby, you in the mood for some? Oh, you crazy? Are you crazy? And that's what would you say? If a man comes in, ladies, and you just went through a loss or something bad happened at your job, you got fired from your job or something bad happened, and he walks in, knows that what you just went through, and he says, baby, you want to give me some? Would you not say he's insensitive? See, it wasn't nothing wrong with asking for sex. But the problem is your timing. This ain't the time for that, brother. Well, she got me hot and bothered because I was trying to console her, but as I was touching her, I was feeling some kind of way. So I just thought I'd slip it in. It wasn't the right time, sir. It wasn't the right time. She's hurting. She don't need sex. She needs to be touched, but not like that. Your timing is off. If you can understand that, now you're understanding where you're blowing your accounts on Sundays. And then on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're trying to play catch up with whatever you have left in the account. And by the time you don't follow the rules on that, before Wednesday come, most of y'all have blown your account. Can you understand why now? Let me leave you guys with this. I'm gone. If you want this education, if you really want to learn the markets, because when you learn the markets, then trading becomes very easy to do. Very easy. Because number one, you realize I've been spending hours and hours and hours upon the charts. When I get in at this window of time, if I see something, I like it, cool, I take it. If I don't, then I move on, because I realize this is the way the markets work. Professional traders don't trade every day because the markets... Let me give y'all this one. Oh, God, I got so much to say, and I ain't got time. One of the emails that we get a lot from people, and I get it because you're new and you don't understand. I get it. But people who like our signal service, they're interested in our signal service, and they email us and they ask us this specific question all the time. And I say, I know they're beginners, and that's okay. It's cool with me. I don't have a problem with you. But it lets me know where you are in your trading career. Because professional traders don't ask this ever. They don't ever ask this question. Okay? Because they didn't bump their heads enough. They know we don't do this. So newbies will ask the question, hey, I want to sign up for your signal service. You guys are doing hot things over there in the signals group, which they are. My team is doing a phenomenal job in these chaotic markets, putting money in people's pockets. Some weeks are better than others because the markets are crazy, but nevertheless, we still end up helping everybody make some money. Okay, so that's a good thing. I'm very proud of Ms. Jenny, Mr. Elvis, Ms. Donna. You guys are doing a great job. So, but here's the question that I get asked, or my team get asked through email. What time do y'all send y'all signals out? Because I got to work. Huh? Excuse me? You think the markets care about your job? God, please. The markets don't care about what time you go to work. They don't care what time you go to sleep. The markets don't work like that. We don't dictate the markets. The markets dictate to us when they're ready to give us some pips. Are you hearing what I'm saying, baby? See, this is the problem. You come in at the wrong time because you're ready to trade. But the problem is the market may not be in the position or might not be in the mood for you right now. And your job is to wait patiently until the right setup comes along, and then you execute. And I don't care whether it happens in the US session or the London session or the Asian session. It is your job to wait until the setup comes. You don't force a trade. Retail trader, come on, you know doggone well I'm stepping on your toe because you know you're guilty of it. When you don't see what the rules of the trading system is there, and you look at the rules and you look at the markets ain't conducive to what the rules said, you start making up stuff. Well, the market said, well, the trading system said, wait for this on the 15-minute, we'll check the 4-hour, wait for this on the 15-minute, and then if you see it, but you don't see it, so what do? Well, let me go on down to the 1-minute chart, because I need to get in the trade before I go to work. And you end up blowing your account. Come on, Jesus. You're inconsistent. You're inconsistent. And your family, you trying to do this for them? You think you don't have a Oh God, let me leave one more and I'm really done here. God, I got so much in my heart to tell y'all. Some of y'all, I'm trying to help you, Jesus. You need knowledge, like the Bible says. With all you're getting, get understanding. You don't understand what you're doing. Some of y'all want to go to these prop firms and want to make a lot of money. I'm going to say this, and this is the last toe. I stepped on 9 toes. This is your 10th toe. So I'm going to let your feet rest after this one, and then we'll pick it up sometime later, okay? Jesus, this is good. Watch it. Oh, God, this is so good. All right, here's the deal. Some of y'all want to go to these prop firms and you want to use prop firms. But you know that your inconsistent behind is so raggedy at trading. You ain't been consistent. You don't follow rules. You don't stick to nothing. And then as a result, you say, well, do you got a Forex trading robot available that can trade and help me pass the prop firm? Or you go out and pay people to help you pass the prop firm test. Okay, so here's the question of the century, Forex trader. If you got to pay somebody to help you pass just the test on the prop firm, how are you going to make a permanent career out of it? Oh, Uncle P, I didn't think about that. You think? Huh? You think? You should be thinking about that. Because if you can't practice, oh, my wife is here. Thank you, Jesus. She's finna make me breakfast. She went to the store. My precious wife went to the store to make me some breakfast this morning. I'm going to let y'all go. Think about that, though, Jesus. If you can't pass the prop firm because you are inconsistent and you don't have enough knowledge of the markets to pass the test of the prop firm, how you going to make a permanent career out of it? How you going to last for a year? What you going to do in 2 years? What you going to do in 3 years? Huh? You're going to have to keep paying somebody else to do the job that you could have learned to do on your own if you were learning to be consistent like them. How do you think they pass in the prop firm? They have a consistent strategy. What about you? I'm out. I'm finna go enjoy my breakfast with Nancy. Y'all have a great day. By the way, oh, let me say this. I gotta say this, gotta say this, gotta say this, gotta say this. We are running this special. Don't come to me at the end of the on January 1st talking about, well, Uncle P, you still got that special running? Look, I'm offering you a deal of a lifetime, which I've never done before. Here's the deal. If you purchase the Simplicity system, we are taking $100 off. It's only a one-time fee. You get the live classes with me and Miss Jenny every week, which we've been doing for years for free. You just come in and attend. If you can't attend, we record them so you can learn on the playback. No extra cost. You also get access to the Telegram groups, to the private groups and stuff like that, okay? But you're getting that at $199. Once you purchase that, well, I've never done this before. Never. And chances are I'll never do it again. It's not good for business. If you purchase the Simplicity system at the discounted price, you can also choose a BOGO, buy one, get one free. You can choose to get the Simplicity system and the scanner that comes with it, or you can get the Too Easy system. You just email us and say, hey, I just purchased the Simplicity system. I also want the scanner for free or the Too Easy system for free. I've never in all my years doing business ever done that. And chances are I may not do it again because it's not good for business, right? But I know that some of you guys starting to 2023, it's going to be a rough ride for some of y'all. And I'm trying to help you get involved in this if this is what you want to do. Yeah, and it's at the Too Easy. Yes, it's on sale at half price, but you can actually get, if you purchase the Simplicity system, you can actually get it for free. So it's up to you guys whether you want the Simplicity system and the scanner, which is a great tool, or you can get the Simplicity system with the Too Easy system for free. Either one, just shoot us an email. Hey, I just bought the Simplicity system and I want to get the scanner for free, or I want to get the Too Easy, but it's not done yet. You're also going to get 1 month free trial of my Sexy Analyst. I don't trade without that tool. I combine the Simplicity system and the Sexy Analyst together, and I always use those when I'm trading. I do not trade without it. Okay, so you'll get a free month of that included with the buy one, get one free. If you sign up for the Signal service, we're also going to give you a month for free of the of the Sexy Analyst. Now, we did have somebody who bought the Simplicity system and it came with a free month of the sexy analyst. But then they signed up for the signal service. Guess what happens? You get 2 months of the sexy analyst for free. Get what I'm saying? So whether you buy the simplicity system or you get the the signal service, both of them going to give you a free month of the sexy analyst, because I believe so strongly in that tool. I want you to at least test it out. You don't have to sign up for that. We'll create the account, send you your login and password for it. You just play around with it. No credit card, nothing. If you like it, then you can go ahead and sign up for it after that. If you don't, then guess what? No harm, no foul. You still get the simplicity system and the scanner, or the simplicity system and the Too Easy system. If you sign up for the signal service, you're still going to get great service. You're still going to get access to Miss Jenny's live sessions along with her golden strategy. You're also going to get the signals. So no matter which way, we're trying to make sure that you guys can end the year on a positive note. Are you with me? This month is coming to a close very, very quickly. So don't procrastinate. Get involved today. All right. If you're my student, I will see you in class on Tuesday. You know, I love my classes with you guys. Make sure you bring your trading questions so I can answer your trading questions and we can have our one-on-ones during that. By the way, one last thing. People ask me here and there, hey, Uncle P, how much do you charge for one-on-ones? Great question. Nothing. I don't charge you for one-on-ones, because no matter what I need to say to you on a one-on-one, I'm going to be able to talk to you about it in class where we can all learn as a whole. So when I'm teaching these classes, all you have to do is just drop in for free. Could I make a side hustle out of doing one-on-ones? I could have, but I'm not involved with that. I don't care about that. I just want you to learn. So whatever I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you in class, and during the class, it's live. So therefore you can just raise your hand and say, hey, Uncle P, can you teach me this? Uncle P, I have a question about this. Why pay for something when I'm giving it to you for free? Are you understanding what I'm saying? I don't charge. I don't want to do one-on-ones because I feel like I can do a much better job at talking one-on-one with you during class, but everybody else who's in class can also learn at the same time. So we all grow as a retail group. So I'm not trying to do a side hustle. Yes, somebody asked, are those recorded? Yes. Like I said, when you sign up for the simplicity system, not only will you get access to the tutorials and to the training system, but you're also going to get access to the private Telegram groups. And in one of those groups is where I post the Zoom link for our classes 30 minutes before class. And also when we get done with classes, I also put it in that channel under the replay. So you see a big replay tab, and then you'll see the little button, the play button. Every week, and I've been doing that for years, so you can go all the way back even to last year, and you'll see recordings of classes every single week. We've been very consistent with that. The only time we don't, Rob, is during holiday season. So like, for an example, Christmas is coming up, so we may postpone classes like that, New Year's or something like that. But other than that, we've been doing this for years. So you can go right into that channel today. As soon as you sign up, go to the tutorials. Don't skip steps on the tutorials, by the way. That's what people do a lot. Don't do that, because those tutorials are there for a reason. Every step of those tutorials have something important to teach you. But once you do get to the links, and we send you the links to the private Telegram group, you're going to get one to the regular group where you can converse with all the other traders, but then you're going to get a link to the Telegram group that holds when we put special messages in there, Zoom links where you can join the live classes, and also recordings just in case you cannot attend. Okay, we got you covered. We got you covered. Okay, so don't procrastinate. Join today. And if you sign up today, I will be more than happy to see you on Tuesday in class. All right. Love you guys. Hopefully this video helped. Let me know. Please hit the thumbs up button and the like, subscribe button so that when I'm doing videos, you guys will be notified. But in addition to that, what happens is when you hit the like and subscribe button, I know you guys hear a lot of this from people saying, hey, hit the like and subscribe button. What happens is if you like the content, then it lets YouTube channel, the YouTube people know, hey, these people actually like this content, and they begin to share it out with others. To be honest with you, nobody's doing videos like this because nobody wants to get in trouble. Like I said, some of the stuff I told y'all today, it is not good for business. It really not. If I'm running a company, which I do, me telling you to stay out of the markets, if you're not going to be consistent, you're not probably going to hear that from others, because they do want your money. They want you to come on in. They don't say anything to make you feel negative towards the markets. They want you to be happy and fuzzy until you purchase their stuff. Me, I prefer you don't buy anything from us if you're not willing to learn and you're not going to come in and be willing to be consistent, because that's what this market demands for you to do. You have to just be consistent, and more consistent. And here's the funny thing. I'll leave you guys with this. The funny thing is about consistency is you'll begin to see that The professional traders who have learned to be consistent, they trade far less time. That's why you see them on yachts and enjoying their life and all these different things. And here you are beating your head against the wall hours upon hours upon hours upon hours on these charts. Meanwhile, the professionals, they come in, they spend 30 minutes to an hour a day, and they're done. Because when you learn the markets, you realize you don't have to spend all that time. But until you get taught properly, you're going to continue to be going down that road. Me, my students know I come in at a specific time in the morning. I look for what I'm looking for. If I see it, cool. If I don't, I wait and come back tomorrow. Small little 1 to 2 hour window. That's it. I ain't on these charts all day no more like I used to because I know better and I'm trying to teach you. Talk to y'all on Tuesday. All right. You also have a signal set. So yeah, it's on the website, Nick. Just go to superezforex.com and then you'll see those little tabs and then you click on the one that says signal service. And by the way, you get a trading system and a bonus indicator, which I don't like trading without. I give you this. It's called my daily dot indicator. Do you know people have tried to, and I want to answer this too because my team told me this, that somebody was trying to say, well, you know, hey, Uncle P, why don't you just sell your daily dot indicator separately? You know, because they like it. Well, that's true. I could, but the problem is I said, and that's an integrity issue. I said I will never sell it. It's always going to be given as a gift to the people who go to the signal service. So therefore, I kept my word. Okay, I kept my word. So if you want that daily dot indicator, you don't have to pay for it. It's actually available when you sign up for the signal service. So again, when you sign up for the signal service, you're going to get access to the signals group where you'll receive signals. You'll have access to Miss Jenny's live scalping sessions twice a week. That comes with it. You'll get her golden strategy trading system, and you get the daily dot, and you're going to get 1 month free of the sexy analyst, all for the signal service. Okay, so again, we're hooking you guys up so at least you can come over and learn some things and be a better trader. Okay, I hope I answered the other questions. By the way, thanks, Derek. Yeah, that daily dot, man, I love my daily dot. I don't trade without that either. So here's the 3 things I actually trade with. I use my scanners to send me alerts. Once the alerts come to me, I use my simplicity system and my sexy analyst combined on the charts together and do my analysis. Okay, on that chart is also my daily dot. So I have everything I need right there at a glance. And this is, again, why I don't waste my time marking up charts like I used to, especially with the sexy analyst. I built it so that you no longer have to mark up charts. It's built with inner trend lines and outer trend lines, which I told some of you guys I had spent $500 for a class just to learn how to draw trend lines. And they taught us how to do inner trend lines and outer trend lines. Well, guess what? I built that strategy into the sexy analyst. So that's the reason why. Somebody asked, why don't I waste time marking up charts? When I built the sexy analyst, it already has all of your markups available in there. And so you just click on the currency pair and right there at a glance, you have it. And if you switch time frames, it'll readjust according to that time frame. So marking up charts, I don't have to do it. We have a system. The sexy analyst does all that. It puts in the supply and demand zones. It's put in the support and resistance ranges. You can customize it however you want. But at the end of the day, everything you would have done to mark up your charts on every time frame, it happens in seconds now. Okay. Now, for those who had it, and we had some issues, I will be honest, when we first released it, we were using an outside firm to do the licensing on it, and their coding system messed with some things. So we actually built our own licensing system so that it runs smooth and there's no snags and all that stuff. So if you ever had that in the past, that's been long gone, months and months and months ago. We actually built our own licensing system, and we haven't had a single complaint since because their licensing system was causing things to clog up. It wasn't our trading system, it was their licensing system. So we got rid of them. So, by the way, make sure if you have it, re-download it. If you're still on that old trading system, licensing system, make sure to re-download it and use ours, okay? Which, by the way, it now, remember, on the old system, it only used to work on 2 accounts. On this newer system, it works on 4. Ain't that beautiful, y'all? All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Miss Nancy is here. I'm just going to go spend time with my baby girl. I really appreciate you guys. I love you, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Oh, somebody said, does it do automatic updates? No. All you do is re-download, because here's the deal. It's working off on a completely different licensing system and the download process and installation process is so much easier now. Okay, so what happens is that you do have to re-download it because it's not going to work on the same coding system. When we code indicators, we code them to work on licensing systems, but that was coded to an old licensing system, so we had to recode the whole thing and recode it to the new licensing system. So we had to build the new licensing system and recode the indicators to work on this one. That's why you can't just do an automatic update, because it won't communicate to their completely different systems. However, once you do get onto the new one, you never need to have any updates at all. It works exactly the way it should. Okay, so I've seen that question come in. Hope that answered that. Anybody else have a question real quick before I go? Any other question before I go? Okay, all right, good. All right, you guys. Sing you some food, yeah. You hear her getting ready to have some breakfast, and then we're going out shopping or something. I'm gonna spend the day with my boo. But all right, you guys. I thank you for tuning in. Have a great one. Talk to y'all. Bye.